Hey there, it's Brittany Chavers and I'm back with Jesse James Beads today. We're going to be using the Pirate Getaway Magical Mystery Bead Box. I'm so excited about this. This is one of my favorites of all time from Jesse James Beads. And I have so many ideas that we're going to be making 3 pairs of statement earrings today. 2 of them are going to be really easy and help you get motivated. One's going to be a little bit more advanced, but not too advanced. And then we're going to also make a leather bracelet. So, buckle up because here we go. I'm so excited about this. On the first earring, we're going to use this cool tassel. It's made out of fabric. And the fun thing about the first 2 pairs of earrings I'm going to show you is you can make them as large and in charge as you'd like, or you can pare them down a little bit. So for this one, we're going to use this tassel, one of these mirror acrylic monsteras, and I'm taking off the protective layers. If you didn't know there's a protective layer on there, you want to take that off. There are actually 2 layers on the back. Sometimes they come off together. So you should have a mirror on, just a regular mirror on the back, and a green mirror on the front. And then we're also going to take this frame bead that has a black crystal on the inside. I need 2 jump rings and an ear wire for this one. This is the easiest earring to put together. All you're going to do is swing open your jump rings. And I'm going to slip on this tassel. Sorry, I was painting before this video and I have black paint on my hands and my nails. And then I am going to slip on the monstera. It was a little close, so I backed out a little bit. And then I am going to take the last jump ring and slip on my wire or my bead frame and connect that the same way. But you can eliminate the monstera, you can eliminate the frame bead, whatever floats your boat. No pun intended, because this is a pirate box. So there we go. And then I'm just going to grab any old ear wire, swing that open just like we did with our jump rings. We want to make sure that this is facing sideways. Now, if you see that your wires aren't, your loops aren't facing the right way, that's okay. You can either take it apart and do it again, but Jesse James Beads already done it for you, so we can just kind of move them the way we need them to move. So I'm going to take both of my pliers and twist until they're facing the right direction. And I need both of them facing front ways like that. So then I will just slip that on to my ear wire and swing that closed. And that is one easy pair of earrings, but you're ready. You're ready for the pool, you're ready for your vacation, you are ready to be seen in these earrings. They're so much fun. The next pair is going to be very similar, but we're going to do a little bit of variation. I'm going to grab this awesome chandelier pendant, or also named a Baroque pendant. I'm going to grab a little bit larger jump ring and swing that open, slide on my pendant. I grab another monstera and slide that on as well. Jesse James Beads made it really easy to design with this box. Everything is so amazing. Then I'm going to take a little bit smaller jump ring. Put that in here. And then I have some 22 gauge German style Beadalon wire in gold, and I am just going to cut off a tiny snippet, and I'm going to do a wire wrapped loop at the top. If you need to, just use your pliers to pull that around instead of your fingers. When they're that tiny, they can get a little pokey. And I'm gonna snip that off and grab this cute little bling ball that was orange and silver from the box. Slide that on and then do another loop at the bottom, but before I close it, I am going to attach it to my actually, I got a little ahead of myself. I almost missed a step, but we have this beautiful hot pink bead or charm or connector that we want to use in conjunction with the monstera. And the cool thing about the monstera and the flower is that they bring out the pink and green in these Baroque crystals. I have my bead here with the loop. I'm going to make sure that the loop is open enough to slide my hibiscus on and click it in place. And then I am going to go ahead and wrap that around the hibiscus. Again, you can use your pliers if your fingers aren't strong enough. Totally okay. I have to use them on a frequent basis over here. And then we're just going to snip off the excess wire. Make sure that our loop is facing the right way. Grab an ear wire and swing that open. And then we'll just swing that back closed. And here we go. I love that. And I love that mine they're coordinating, so it brings out the green on one side and pink on the other. These are so tropical. If you want, you could turn this into a pendant instead of an earring and wear it on a necklace. I just think the possibilities from the combination of these 4 beads just seems to be endless. So so far we've made 2 really fun tropical pairs of earrings. Next, we're going to make a pair of earrings using some of the parrots that were in the box. So we're going to grab the green parrot. So cute. I'm going to grab this awesome feather pendant, some seed beads from Jesse James Beads in gold, and the Tortuga crystal strand. So I'm going to grab a bunch of these crystals off. And I need 11 for the first part of our earring, and then 2 for the second part of our earring. I'll move the rest off to the side. So the first part of the earring, we're going to take some 19 strand Beadalon bead stringing wire in gold. I'm going to spill out some of the seed beads, and I am going to put on a crystal, 3 seed beads, and then another crystal. And I'm going to repeat that until I'm out of crystals. And then between the last and first crystal, I'll put 2 seed beads, and in the middle of those, I will put a Beadalon crimp bead. Okay, so the second seed bead on this side is a crimp bead, and you can barely tell. I'm going to go ahead and take my left wire and put that through that crimp bead and pull tight. So now we have a circle made out of beads. It's so exciting. I am going to go ahead and take my crimping pliers. And I am going, you can flat crimp this, but I'm going to folded crimp it. Just be very careful because your glass seed beads next to that crimp bead will crack if you get it inside of the crimping pliers. So I just want to be very careful while I'm crimping this and make sure that I don't squish them. There we go, we got that. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and squish again. Here we go. And I'm just going to trim this wire. And we have a really cool circle. I have some 20 gauge Beadalon German style wire, and I'm just going to pull off a length, not too much. And I am going to do a wire wrapped loop at the top. just a couple wraps. Snip that off, and then I am going to slide on my Parrot and 2 of the Tortuga crystals. Okay, so then I am going to do a wire wrapped loop at the bottom. Bend backwards, and then reposition our pliers. So bend backwards, then reposition, and then pull back up forward. And I am going to kind of bring that in a little bit because it was a little long. And wrap that down. There we go. And snip. Okay, so our little birdie looks like that. Our little parrot looks like that. And I'm going to need several jump rings for this earring. This one's a little bit more complex than our other earring. We're going to need 4 jump rings. For the first jump ring, I'm going to put the parrot on the top and close that up. The next jump ring, I am going to take the parrot and our feather. I'm going to put our feather on our jump ring. Kind of figure out which direction the feather is going because we want a nice sheen on the front. We're going to take our ring and find where we crimped and put that right over the jump ring, and then we're going to take our parrot and close that up, and then we're going to find the center of the top of the ring and place a jump ring there. So left or right of that top crystal. And then I will attach another jump ring. Told you there are a lot of jump rings in this one. And then holding that up, I'll take this top jump ring, open that, and attach to the jump ring on our bird. So now our bird has a tail and is sitting in a ring or a perch. Isn't that so cute? So you might have to play around with which direction you place your bird or which direction you have your tail going, because we want the tail to be in the front. You can use a secondary jump ring there if you want, but I'm just going to reposition the feather on my jump ring to make sure that it's facing the right way. So I'm just going to open up that jump ring and twist it so it's facing the other way and close that jump ring back up. That should fix the issue. And there we go. I'm going to grab an ear wire. And there we go. We have our cute little parrot on his perch with its long little tail. So this is definitely a shoulder duster. It's a statement earring. You can finagle with it however you'd like. Add some chains coming down. Add some beads, some waterfall beads coming down. I think it would be so cute. Yeah. Let me know what you think about that earring. And then last but not least, we're going to be making a bracelet using this strand and this strand. And then I grabbed a couple of these beads from some of the mixes that were in the box. This really fun pave clasp, and then I had some Leathercord USA 1mm leather on hand. You can use what other color leather you like. I'm going to use this gunmetal color. And this is 2 meters. I'm probably just gonna need 1, so I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to grab my clasp, slide that right on, and move it down to the middle. And then we're just gonna knot that right there. And now we can start beading. So you have a few choices with this mix because most of, or well, with this box, because most of these beads have at least a 1 millimeter hole. Some of them have smaller holes, but then some of them have larger holes where we can fit both pieces through. I'm just gonna kind of mix these beads together and not just go with the large hole beads. I definitely want to use these polymer clay beads. Oh, these are really cool. These glass beads, and I want to use some of these and get some black in there from the crystals and some gold. So I want to use a healthy mix of everything. If you want, you can plan out your pattern. I'm going to start with a smaller bead towards the back. These at an angle. Okay. And then put on the lotus. I'm going to slide that down towards my clasp. So we have a nice flat bead to start with. Next, I am going to go with this one, both strands. I think that looks really nice together. And then we're just going to go from there. And if you'd like, you can knot between each bead. You don't have to do any knots. I think we're going to do a mix of both. I'm excited that most of these beads that I've tried, well, all the beads I've tried so far have allowed both pieces through. So that's nice. I'm going to do a knot right there. And just walk it down towards my little bead trio. There we go. That's really nice. Pull that tight. And then I am going to slide only one through one of these polymer clay beads, like that, and then knot again. Pull tight. So that's if your leather is too large to fit through your bead twice, you don't have to sacrifice that bead. You can just put it on the outside. And then I'm going to do another set of beads where it goes through both beads. And then I'll do another knot here. Super cute. I'm going to put on this guy. Knot him in place. Then I'm going to go with this big guy in the middle. And then I'm going to do a knot. A knot. And then I'm just going to repeat that pattern and then we'll finish off the bracelet. Okay, so I repeated that pattern so it's perfectly symmetrical, and then I have to finish off the end. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this bracelet adjustable. By doing to do that, I just need to do a couple knots and leave some space between the knots so I can come in with my clasp and hook on to that space. So I'm going to leave one right there. And this is great if you're selling your work, because having adjustable bracelets is helpful. People, you know, feel like, you know, that there's something out there that fits them and they don't have to worry about if it's too big or too small. And then we'll do one more. And then I have a little bit of tail left, and I'm going to put on, maybe, I don't know if these will fit. Yeah, I had to twist them a little bit, but we'll put on these cubes at the end. Okay. And then once those are on, just gonna knot a little knot at the end. And I'm not even gonna glue this knot because it's not going to get enough resistance or anything to have it come apart. If you're worried about it, go ahead and glue it with a little bit of GS Hypo Cement or E6000 or Loctite, whatever glue you prefer. I'm gonna cut off the end, and you could take a Sharpie and color in that leather there if you'd like. We have ourselves an adjustable leather bracelet. Isn't that fun? And then we just hook. You want to open up the leather and hook. And there we go. I had so much fun with this box, and there is so much left that I could make probably 7 or 8 more pieces of jewelry. I'm not even exaggerating. So we have this bracelet that matches perfectly with these parrot earrings. We have our hibiscus earrings and our tassel earrings. Thank you so much to you for watching, and to Jessie James Beads for having me back. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.